You alright? Are you well? I hope you're all not losing your mental faculties whilst we're stuck in this quarantine, whilst we're all still locked in. Here in the UK, we still have no gyms open. Home workouts suck balls, let's not lie about it, they suck balls. So today I thought we'd do something a little bit interesting, a little bit more worldly, and that is talking about tattoos. Now then, you're probably looking at me, if you haven't seen me before, and you're probably thinking, look at that bloke. Long, rockety hair, beard, I bet he rides motorbikes. Probably listens to rock music. Probably wears dangly earrings. And if not, definitely some overly aggressive large jewellery. He drinks a lot of liquor from a hip flask. So I can't do anything I like. And no doubt, got a ton of tattoos. Damn right I do, but that is something I'm definitely not sorry for, and what we're going to talk about now. And I bet you're thinking, where does he get his delightful tops and bottoms and nipple covers from? Well, it would be from gymshark.com, so make sure to check them out. Links will be in the description below, alongside any links that you need for current crazy sales and anything that might be going on. It's in the top link, and it's always ever changing, so it'll always keep you up to date. There you go. Happy days. Yes, I do have tattoos as well. I have had these for many, many years. I started little and they slowly got a little bigger. For me, it tells a story. For me, it's part of my history. It's part of who I am. There are pieces that when I look down at them, they make me feel happy. They make me feel motivated. They make me feel good inside. Or they make me remember why I'm doing something. They're for you. They're not for anybody else. And they can be powerful. They can be inspiring. But they can also be terrible, and they can also be a big mistake. Do not get me wrong. This is why I think it's a very personal thing, but it's also something that you really, really need to think about, because after all, they are with you for life. Number one, the number one thing you don't do when getting a tattoo, if there's anything you take from this video, take this one thing. Don't cheap out. It is on you for life. Pay what you need to pay to get the work you want from the person you want to do it. It's on you for life. It works out as 0 point something pence per day over the years that you will be alive and the enjoyment it will give you. And one of my other top tips is to make sure that you find the artist that fits the work that you want. That is absolutely huge. Don't just walk in to the nearest place. Do your research on your artists. Do your research on the style and who fits best. Now, a little while ago, I lost my grandfather at the age of 99. He was an amazing human being and a massive, massive impact on my life. He molded me through childhood. I spent a lot of time with him. We were very close, and he was just a great human being. He was full of good bones. He was good to the soul, and he never changed. And he imparted to me a lot of things that still stick with me today. I decided to get a memorial tattoo, and I decided to do something a little special. So what you're seeing there is his words, his writing taken from letters written to me that I then created a kind of collage of to create a sentence of a saying that he would say to me often as a child, and that was, mustn't grumble. And it was also his response to, if you ever asked if he was okay, it was just mustn't grumble. He was from that generation where you just keep fucking going, no matter what you get through. And I think we're losing that a lot at the moment. People are turning into these wet, whingy, moany, attention-seeking human beings. To me, my granddad's era and that generation and that mindset, and the fact they went through the wars and the fact that they are why we are still here is really inspiring to me. And I wanted that on me the way that he taught me to be like that. To make this a little bit extra special, I have my Pop-Ups ashes here, and what we're actually going to do is put a little bit of the ashes into the ink, and that's going to go into the Mustn't Grumble to finish off this piece. From behind the shadows, I break free. The Pops is now successfully blended into my own skin. So what you saw there was my grandfather's handwriting with his ashes put into that ink, and this is what it says. It says, "Mustn't Grumble, Mr. C.F. Griffin," who was my Pop-Up's name. And this was how he wrote his letters. This was his handwriting. This is his signature that he used to put on the letters to me as a child. So the idea is to make part of this compass actually a clock to give it a time reference. I'm actually going to have some numbers that represent his birthday, and I'm just working out how I want to do that. The way I am today represents a lot of him. So the compass is obviously your north, south, your east, your west, and the arrow going through it was to just show how he showed me directions to go during life, and it just represents that to me with his words at the top of it. Every time I look at this tattoo, every time, even now, it makes me, I get a little bit upset because he's not here anymore. But I also get inspired with the Mustn't Grumble. Sorry. With the Mustn't Grumble, you know, it's whatever I'm doing, whatever, if I'm having a shitty day or things aren't going right, mustn't grumble. Just keep moving forward. And that's how it does. It inspires me. That's what's important, and that's why I think tattoos can be healing, they can be cathartic, they can help you to just move forward at a stage where you don't think you could. And so to me, that's what tattoos represent. And if yours are going to do the same, I think you should take a little bit of time to decide what you need. I may have also had a few little extra bits done on the same day. We're not done. So yes, I had my hands tattooed. Now, it's not a great big huge piece, it's these delicate symbols on my fingers. So we have adventure, we have where there is a will, there is a way. We have this one which symbolizes creating your own destiny, making your own path, and then we have the fleur de lis. It's a French symbol because we have French in our family, and it's like it's the tip of a spearhead, and it's a sign of strength and unity. So these little things here weren't planned but kind of were. So easy. Sucked. So easy. Because this wasn't so much of a stress on me and I was still, I'm still in a tattooing mood, I had wanted and loved symbols on the hands that for me, they're not like kind of in your face. And I wear a lot of rings and things anyway, like wearing a watch. If I don't wear it, I feel naked. Without the rings, I feel a bit like I'm missing something. These are my permanent rings. And to me, these came about when I was looking at creating this for my grandfather. And a lot of things happened in my life at the same time that caused me to have to rethink who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that one of my sayings is worry less, adventure more. And when I put these sayings out on Instagram or on here and things like that, what I tell myself on a daily basis. And because you have to just drill these things in. And again, that's where tattoos can come in, because they're a permanent reminder, but you want them to be something that also make you smile when you look at them. And these, I've had them now a couple of months, but I love them. I don't think that they're over the top. I don't think that they're kind of in your face, and they're not a job stopper. Let's get down to it. Yeah, big one here that used to get called job stoppers. And that's because Obviously, they will be on your hands. You can't hide them. When you go into an interview, people are going to see them, and maybe there's a stigma with the tattoos. Is that true? Definitely not as much as it used to be. Tattoos are now way more accepted in society. It's not what it used to be back in the day, where it was like knocked in with a biro in the back of a shed whilst Dave decided how to try and spell Dave. And I have little old ladies. Hello, dear, how are you doing? Popping up to me, offering me a Werther's and saying, wow, that is a really beautiful piece of work. Little old ladies, that's how much more accepted they are. And I love the fact that this bearded, floppy-haired, tattooed bloke not only doesn't scare a little old lady, but maybe encourages her to come up and say a few words. And we get a smile is shared between both of us, and our day carries on in a more positive light. And for me, that is what has happened with my tattoos. And I think that, though, is part and parcel of the fact that I took my time, I really knew what I wanted, and I waited. Yo, Ando, yo, can I just say something? What? Do not just pick it from a wall. Yeah, that was actually my next point. Oh. And make it something meaningful. Like, give it some substance. Let it have something behind it. Kind of stealing my lines, dude. Yeah, just give me a minute. If you know that when you're going to see it every single day, that it's going to make you smile, that it's going to make you think about that moment in time, and that it's going to represent the exact thing that you're trying to portray, and that's going to carry forward through all of your years. Don't think of getting one like the day after you've seen something cool in a movie, or the day that you got super high and had some crazy idea that still seems kind of good today because you might still be a bit drunk or a little bit high, or you're just still in a little buzz mood. Let things settle down, let them simmer, and let them sit for a couple of months, maybe even a year. See if you still want it. That way you know that you truly have something in mind that's real. Took my moment. All the chatting, all talking, stole my monologue. I got this! And when you're heading to the tattoo parlor, when you're getting there, if you have zero doubt, and I mean zero, nothing, and when you're sat in that chair and it's about to happen, you still have zero doubt, you know then that it's definitely something real. And yes, fuck what everyone else says or anything. If that's what's going to make you smile, remember, be better, be positive, help you move forward, then you rock the shit out of that tattoo and you enjoy it. Stole my moment. Just make sure you really go through this step by step, because after all, this is with you forever. Yes, thank you. I guess that kind of covers it. That was a little bit heartfelt, and just a little bit of how I feel and my experiences with tattoos and my most recent pieces, and that I absolutely love. A quick one for those that you're going to ask. This one is my mum's tattoo, because artists should always sign their artwork. And this one, if you want to know more about this piece here, then you can check out my previous video, which will go through every single little detail, except I don't think in that video I had this little fella here, which is a bumblebee, which I had done in respect for the Manchester bombings when they occurred. Plus, the humble little bumblebee, a very little thing, but a very huge part of the food chain, and should something happen to them, catastrophe would ensue. Something this big is very, very important. It just speaks a lot to me in kind of symbolism. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to check me out on Instagram if you haven't already. If you have any questions, whack them up in the comments section below. I will actually be checking back in with this one because I know it's quite important. Also, have a chat amongst yourselves. What do you think? Would you get a tattoo? Are you thinking about getting a tattoo? How long have you thought about it? If you want some internet style responses and comments or ideas, then yes, hit away. And also, yes, upcoming shenanigans, I will be relaunching the podcast. I'm going to do it because it is a nice little avenue in which we can talk about more than just fitness and more maybe things like this, plus life stuff as it goes on in the true world. And if you're back in the gym, make sure that you're doing it right. You can find me on the Gymshark workout app. Link for that will be in the description. Hair alright? Hair alright? That's how I like to do the single bicep bollocks. Nearly had it.
shit in the dick.
And you can probably get a few free trial days, 3 weeks to try things out. Plus, I will be bringing out my very own app soon, which will incorporate your full dietary needs alongside some very crazy specific training tailored to you. It's all very exciting, and it's taken a hell of a lot of filming with me stood in a room alone with this tripod and the camera filming 1,000 movements and slowly dying inside. So I hope you appreciate it. The street fight survival will be coming back as slowly things are beginning to open up here again and we're allowed to go and do work style jobbies. Not that kind of jobby. So I will be filming some more of that next week, but we'll be back with some kick-ass movements for your self-defense needs. And I think that's everything. I think that is everything. Hope you're all surviving. Don't worry, we will all get through this eventually. Shit will get back to normal. And use this time to better yourself. Yeah, what else can we do? Xbox is what we could do, or PlayStation, or doodling, crosswords, kicking kids.